Like and subscribe right now or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week. There are some strange creatures living on Earth. Some of them are just spectacular and, well, usually this would be a top 10 list, but there are just too many. So today, we are looking at 20 unique animals to see what makes them truly unique and strange. Let's get into it. Number 20. Macropinna Microstoma. Macropinna Microstoma was discovered in 1939 by a marine biologist by the name of W.M. Chapman, who discovered that this fish lives in the deep waters of the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans. It lives there due to their light-sensitive sight, which would be blinding if it came too close to the water's surface. What's unique about this marine animal is easy to see. It has a transparent, fluid-like dome on its head, which makes people able to look into its head and see the lenses of its eyes. Number 19. GLAUCUS atlanticus. GLAUCUS atlanticus, also known as the blue dragon or blue angel, is a species of small sea slug that float around, carried by the winds and ocean currents. Usually found in tropical and subtropical waters, they float just under the water's surface with the help of stored air inside their stomachs, which is when they feed on other, often venomous, sea slugs or jellyfish. The blue dragon also has venom, however, and when handled, the human who handles it can receive a very painful and even dangerous sting, with symptoms like vomiting, nausea, and inflammation of the skin. Number 18. Dumbo octopus. For this one, it's pretty easy to see where this octopus got its name from. The pair of fins located on the top of this animal look like the Disney character Dumbo's ears. And, just like in the movie, this octopus can use them for movement. Living in the deep sea, somewhere around the ocean floor at extreme depths of 9,800 to 13,000 feet, this animal spends most of its time hovering over the ocean floor in search for worms or small crustaceans to eat. The octopi are naturally rare, so much so that they have evolved to be ready to mate at any time should they come across a mate. Number 17. IRRAWADDY dolphin. The Irrawaddy dolphin is an oceanic dolphin found in the Bay of Bengal and Southeast Asia, and as you may notice, is incredibly adorable with its round head, which is untypical for dolphins. As many other dolphins, the Irrawaddy dolphin communicates with its peers through echolocation and multiple sounds. It hunts crustaceans, fish, and cephalopods, like squid, and is said to eat it in a suction motion. Fishermen in India use the dolphins as fishing help and train them to drive fish into their nets, and in return, they would feed the dolphins with things they didn't want to catch. Number 16. Lowland streaked tenrec. The lowland streaked tenrec is a small tenrec found in Madagascar, where it lives in the tropical rainforests in the north and eastern part of Madagascar. They can use their quills to communicate, which is very unique, as it is usually something done by snakes and insects. They will use it to warn other tenrecs of predators and to confuse their predators. This sound is too high to be heard by humans, however, so it doesn't stop us from getting closer, which is when it might headbutt you with its quills if you're really annoying them. Number 15. Fossa. The fossa, also native to Madagascar, is more closely related to mongooses than any cat, though it has multiple body parts that could just as well belong to a different species. For example, it has claws like a cat, a long tail resembling that of a monkey's, and a muzzle like a dog's. So, at this point, it is basically made up of spare parts from other animals. The fossa is the largest carnivorous mammal in Madagascar, which makes it rather dangerous to the lemurs living there, who are the fossa's primary source of food. Unlike the movie Madagascar, where the fossa was portrayed as a stupid animal, the fossa is actually very intelligent and agile. Number 14. Panda ant. Have you ever seen the mix between a panda and an ant? No? Well, today you are in for a treat. Funnily enough, the panda ant is neither a panda nor an ant. In actuality, it is a wasp. It has been named after their coloration, which, by the way, is a warning to predators that their sting is quite painful and powerful. Some say that the sting of the panda ant is able to kill a cow, but none of these claims have been verified. Although humans have rarely ever been stung, the people that were stung have reported that their sting is unbearably painful. Number 13. Honduran white bat. These bats look rather endearing and not very creepy at all. You can find the Honduran white bat in Honduras. Very smart, I know. Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. They are able to build tents by cutting plant leaves in a strategic way until multiple bats can cuddle inside it together. Isn't that cute? These bats are frugivorous, which means they thrive on mainly fruits. In this case, a very specific type of fig. Unfortunately, due to habitat loss, the IUCN scale sets them at the near threatened part of the scale. Number 12. Leafy sea dragon. The leafy sea dragon can be found around the waters along the southern and western coasts of Australia, where they just float around. Alternatively, you can also find them in some aquariums around the world. This leafy exterior is used as camouflage, as it looks like a floating piece of seaweed and it's pretty effective. Unfortunately, we are a major threat to their livelihood, as they are caught by collectors and used in alternative medicine. Adding to that, pollution has also become a danger to them. Number 11. Mata mata. Looking at this specific turtle from the front, it looks like an animal that would teach you how to do kung fu. At the end of a montage, going from not knowing anything about it to going to being a master in the span of 5 minutes, it would say, "You are ready." Nobody can change our minds about this, by the way. You may try, but you won't. While this turtle might not be a ninja turtle, it sure does have crazy fast reflexes. When a fish approaches them, the turtle stretches their neck out and opens its jaws wide, creating a vacuum-like suction. The fish gets sucked into their mouths at light speed, which is when they get swallowed whole. Number 10. Superb bird of paradise. Well, if that isn't a very royal-sounding name for a bird. The superb bird of paradise can be found throughout the rainforests of New Guinea, where the males spend their time hunting or practicing their mating rituals, which is a very elaborate choreography, for which they even look for the best possible stage, and even clean up dead leaves or scrub the ground smooth with a stick. For their big performance, everything has to be perfect. The competition is hard and their courtship display is complicated. Camera, lights, action! Number 9. Satanic leaf-tailed gecko. The satanic leaf-tailed gecko is native to Madagascar, along with a bunch of other unique animals. It's always Madagascar with these animals. We're not sure if this deserves the description of satanic, since we think that it's a little mean, but we do see where it came from, seeing as their eyes stare right into you, and their appearance could be seen as spooky. Fortunately for us, they are actually rather shy and don't like being handled anyway, and would just rather walk away. Not much of the devil in it after all, huh? Number 8. Wolverine frog. So, have you ever seen a hairy frog? No? Would you want to? No matter your answer, we'll show it to you anyway, so buckle up! The hairy frog can be found in many different areas, including the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Nigeria, and Cameroon. It prefers subtropical or tropical forests and plantations. The hair grows on the males during the breeding season to help them breathe underwater longer, allowing them to guard their unhatched eggs. The frog can break its own bones to produce claws that puncture through the frog's toe pads to defend itself. Now you can probably see where the Wolverine part in their name came from. Number 7. Red-lipped batfish. The red-lipped batfish looks like it's going out to an expensive restaurant on a Friday night. This fish can be found around the Galapagos Islands and off Peru, where they swim around at depths of 3 to 76 meters. Though swimming might be the incorrect word for these fish. They are known to be bad swimmers and instead use their fins to walk along the ocean floor, though they mainly hunt for smaller fish, as the red-lipped batfish isn't in a position to swim after their prey and rely on their prey not noticing them instead. Number 6. Gobi jerboa. Well, isn't this a cute little guy? A mixture between a small rabbit and a mouse, this jerboa lives in the Gobi Desert in northern and northwestern China, but can also be found in southern Mongolia. The jerboa is a mainly nocturnal rodent that spends its day in its burrow. During the night, they hunt for beetles and grasshoppers or snack on roots and seeds. Their extra-large ears give them an outstanding hearing sense, and their legs can help them hop rather fast for such a small animal. Number 5. Narwhal. Narwhals can be found in the waters around Greenland, Russia, and Canada, as they prefer colder water. You may be able to see the uniqueness in this species as soon as you look at them. Their large tusk is actually an ever-growing tooth that protrudes through their mouth. It's also a sensory organ. It is used to judge temperature, water pressure, and motion. Unlike previously thought, it cannot be used to fight and is merely an indication of the species' gender, as only 15% of females grow this tusk, so it could be compared to the feathers of a male peacock or the mane of a lion. Number 4. Mantis shrimp. This animal is said to be one of the strongest animals compared to its size on planet Earth, which in itself is already a huge feat. Also, they are not afraid to defend themselves against someone much bigger than them. This shrimp packs a mean punch and is often compared to having the force of a .22 caliber bullet. If you are as unfortunate to get your hand punched, it would most likely break multiple bones in your hand. Not only that, but if you choose to have this mantis as a pet in an aquarium, bigger types may be able to crack the glass of said aquarium. Number 3. Patagonian mara. The Patagonian mara is a large rodent compared to mice and rats, and is found in large open spaces in Argentina and, yes, you guessed it, Patagonia. It could be compared to a hare or a jackrabbit, as they move in a similar hopping way, with large muscular back legs. Females can give birth to 1 litter each year, around September and October, and their pups can walk almost immediately after having been born. Bonus, their babies are the cutest thing we've ever seen. Number 2. Buff-tip moth. Well, we're usually not fans of moths, but how could you not like this one? It's fluffy and looks like a small twig, so there isn't much danger about it. The twig-like exterior is used as a camouflage system, as it will often sit next to broken branches so that birds might not see them. It's usually quite effective and even works on humans. If you live in England, Wales, Scotland, or Ireland, you might be able to find it in your garden, if you look closely enough, that is. Number 1. Thorny devil. Thinking about it, a lot of dangerous and weird-looking animals are native to Australia. Evolution's playground, some might say. The hard spines on its body help it against predators because, let's be honest, you wouldn't like to eat something thorny like this either. Another cool feature on the body of this lizard is its rigid scales, which can collect water between them by simply touching it. A complicated principle called the capillary principle allows the water to be transported to the mouth through the skin. Well, there you have it, 20 animals that are super unique. Did you think we missed anything? If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when we post. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.